It was a hot sunny day here at Faenza for the penultimate round of the FIM MX2 MX1 Motocross World Championship, and Jeffrey Herlings needed just a handful of points to take the World Championship here on Italian soil. He got off to the perfect start as well. Just behind him was Tommy Searle, but Zach Osborne was having a great ride. So too Jordi Tixier. Those two would fight over 4th and 5th, but it would be the American who would eventually take it after being overtaken by the French kid early on in the race, and it would happen in exactly the same position as well. Julian Lieber was having a good ride, eventually came through into 11th on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe MX2 machine. Elliot Banks-Brown also rode a steady ride, but eventually dropped down to 15th, despite being up as high as 9th at one stage. But this was Osborne going back around Tixier in the closing stages of the race, and at that point it was Jeffrey Herlings, Tommy Searle, Van Hoorbeek and Osborne, but the win went to Jeffrey Herlings in race 1. MX1 race 1, there's a tussle going down the start straight. A couple of riders got caught out, one of them actually, Max Nagel there just in the background, he wouldn't finish the race. Tony Cairoli though made a decent start behind Sebastian Pourcel and then took a surprise move right in front of the home fans. Whether it was planned or not, I don't know, but from there on Tony Cairoli led the next 17 laps or so. Christophe Pourcel, the fastest man on track in qualification, was let through by his brother Sebastian, and then it became a bit of a showdown, or that's what we expected anyway, between Cairoli and Pourcel, but it never really happened like that. Behind them, Commander Sal battled on for 3rd. De Dijker found his way up to 4th from 18th by the end of the race, and Sean Simpson came through in 5th place. Tenoliot was 6th, Gauthier Paulin was 7th, Bobashev was 8th, Coppins was 9th, Sebastian Pourcel was 10th, but Tony Cairoli became world champion after winning race 1. MX2 race 2, and all eyes on Jeffrey Herlings. He got a good start from the inside and then came across a few guys to secure that top spot as he went through the first turn. Just behind him Van Hoorbeek and Tommy Searle, but a couple of laps later Tommy Searle found his way into 2nd position, outsmarting the Belgian kid number 89, who eventually didn't fight back. He also picked up a slight ankle injury or leg injury after a mistake in moto number 1, so that's how it would stay for the second moto. Herlings, Searle, Van Hoorbeek. Tixier once again was in a battle with Zach Osborne. Zach Osborne went missing though on lap 10, and eventually DNF didn't finish the race. So that was Tixier down in 4th. But Jeffrey Herlings though was in a world of his own, quite literally. There were no nerves coming into this race. It was a slow cruise down by pit lane on the final lap. He rounded out the final turn as well. He lit the candles on the Monster Energy finish line jump. He was a winner here in Faenza, and with it went the world title in MX2 as well. But that was how the podium finished. Jeffrey Herlings, Tommy Searle, Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. And Jeffrey Herlings clinching the title with a round to go in fine style with a double moto win here at Faenza. Of course, it was a red plate before he came here. Dr. Wolfgang Strub gave him the gold plate to confirm his status as world champion 2012.
I've been going through everything this year, you know. I had so many tough times, but I fight my way through everything, you know. The donor story, the Pocock story. There's a lot of big rushes going on this year which people never knew about, and having to race in a lot of pain, but I made it happen. I never could do it with my mom. She helped me with doing everything, and I'm so happy with KTM. We worked so hard to get a title and to get it with a double bin with such beautiful fans. It's just amazing.
Congratulations, hopefully the first of many.
Thank you.
Final race today, MX1 race 2, and we did get a bit of a showdown between Tony Cairoli and Christophe Pourcel. Cairoli was first to the turn, but then got outbraked by Sebastian Pourcel. Wasn't long before he was through though, before the end of the lap in fact. Christophe Pourcel was there in 3rd with Gauthier Paulin in 4th, and Commander Sal, whose title hopes had faded after that victory by Cairoli in moto number 1, found himself down in 5th. He would eventually get back through to 4th though. In the closing stages of the race, Christophe Pourcel, once he'd got through into 2nd place, never let Tony Cairoli out of his sights, and that gap was no more than about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds maximum, and he was really applying the pressure to Cairoli, despite him there, the 222 riding on home soil, and the crowd really got into it as well as Cairoli tried to break Christophe Pourcel, but this is how close it was on the final lap. Going into the final corner, nothing more than a couple of bike lengths. Tony Cairoli just hanging on from Christophe Pourcel, but he was already crowned world champion after Moto number 1. He was congratulated there by Christophe Pourcel, who came home second. Gauthier Paulin was third in the race, but the overall podium was Tony Cairoli, Christophe Pourcel, Clément de Sal, who came home fourth in Moto number 2. And it was his dad that presented him with the Grand Prix trophy here in Faenza. But what a way for Tony Cairoli to clinch the 6th world title. A double Moto winner here this weekend. And just like his MX2 counterpart, Tony Cairoli picks up the gold plate. He is world champion 2012 and world champion for the 6th time. Of course, the end podium, all our champions this weekend and this year. Cairoli, Herlings, Tim Geiser and Mel Pocock.